With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand.
There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Tonight, a matchup of teams at opposite ends of the division between the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Hyunjin Ryu, the Korean left.
Batting third, the center fielder.
Here comes the first pitch.
Turner.
A ball and no strikes. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matt. You know what, Dero, you got to give this team a lot of credit. They're on the outside looking in on the postseason picture, but boy, they're playing out the string and they're playing out well. They're going to play this thing all the way to the end of the season.
You know, Dan, I can't speak for the pitcher side of it, but I have never been on a team, win, lose, or draw, whether I was going to the postseason or not, that had players that gave away at bats. You just...
And he's into second safely with a stolen base.
I think coming into this series, they knew he was one of the guys that were going to have to keep quiet. But he's setting the tone right here in the first with the steal of second. He could end up being a big factor.
The set and the 2-1. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul. He's set. The 2-2. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the end. Back on the south side, second inning coming up. But first, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, it doesn't appear that we're going to get much of a break from this rain at all as the game progresses. However, I am also hearing that this rain isn't supposed to intensify too much. The grounds crew will be on standby just in case the umpires do call a delay, but the goal is to get this one in uninterrupted.
Digging in, Adam Turner. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
And from the list of stats you never want to hear if you're a pitcher, we have this. It's only the third inning, and he's already allowed more hits than he did in his entire last outing.
So here's Daniel Palka now. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
The count now at 2-1.
Come on, baby. Get your pitch.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. In there. Now the throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
Putting a lot of pressure on him here to start the inning. Runners on the corners, and they send the runner from first. Got in there safely, and now that takes the double play possibility away and gives them two guys in scoring position.
The count is full, 3-2 to the White Sox DH.
Hey, get the pitch up there and do something with it. Let's go.
Hit hard down the line, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. The next 3-2. Again, he sends it out of play.
Hey, let's stand up there, huh?
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
And one time right now.
1-1. Skied into straightaway right. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. But he changed his mind there as he broke for home, but ends up retreating back to third base safely.
Now battle.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. In there at the letters, 1 and 2 now.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Hit hard to short. Mondesi scoops it up. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Up next for Chicago, Adam Turner. He singled his last time up.
Adam Turner.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
2-1.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Travis, the runner at third. Smith at second. Castaneda is over at first with one away. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. He'll come home with it, and the recovery will be in time to get him at the plate. And that's going to hurt because now there are two away.
Have a rip, kid. Here you go. Hey, your pitch right now.
He's set the payoff pitch. Swinging a looper to left. In there, a base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
Usually a hitter will shorten his swing with 2 outs, but not this guy. He puts a big charge into this one and drives in a couple of runs along the way. That can be frustrating as a pitcher when you had a guy on the ropes and you couldn't finish him off, especially when he drives in runs.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Ready for another shot now. Adam Turner. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. First offering on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Guy, get your pitch right here.
6 runs, 11 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Fouled away.
Come on, big guy, get your pitch right here.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Mata. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. White Sox strand. So next to the plate for the Royals, Adalberto Mondesi, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, and it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. White Sox on top, 6-2.
Nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd, seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
First for the victorious White Sox, 6 runs on 12.
Afternoon baseball on the south side of Chicago and Guaranteed Rate Field. Today, a matchup of division rivals at opposite ends of the standing between the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next.
Batting third, the right fielder, Chris Diaz.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Looking up is Jimenez. And this one is gone. A home run.
Wow, not every call is going to go your way, and there are some pitchers.
Batting third, the center fielder, Adam Turner.
From the stretch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Hey, thanks, Matt. You know what, Leroy? You got to give this team a lot of credit. They're on the outside looking in on the postseason picture, but boy, they're playing out the string and they're playing out well. They're going to play this thing all the way to the end of the season.
You know, Dan, I can't speak for the pitcher side of it, but I have never been on a team, win, lose, or draw, whether I was going to the postseason or not, that had players that gave away at bats. You just will not see it at this level.
Well, you don't need us to tell you. It's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Hamilton is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who's striding into the box? Adam Turner. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set and the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Wow, I think the heart of this system is right on top of us because it is really coming down out there. This isn't an easy sport to play in the rain.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Diaz ranging back, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year, and it gives the White Sox a 3-1 lead. Coming to the plate now, Adam Turner comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
1 ball, no strikes to count.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Well hit. Deep down the right field line. Diaz is after it, and he makes the catch in the corner. Had a long way to go to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track numbers. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 110 feet to finally bring it in. No doubt in efforts his teammates are appreciative of. Standing in, Adam Turner.
Now batting, center fielder, Adam Turner.
First pitch on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
The 2-1. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Diaz will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the White. Striding in once again, Adam Turner, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage of it.
You know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Fastball well outside. Smith on third. Anderson over at second. Castaneda on at first with 2 down. Line toward the alley in left center. Hamilton is there. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over. 8-3 is today's final. The Royals used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back.
First for the victorious Kansas City.
From the south side of Chicago, welcome to the home of the White Sox, Guaranteed Rate Field. Today, a matchup of division rivals at opposite ends of the standing.
Batting third, the right fielder, Chris Diaz.
Comes set, and the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Turner is under it. 2 gone. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Batting third, the center fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matt. You know what, D-Roy, you got to give this team a lot of credit. They're on the outside looking in on the postseason picture, but boy, they're playing out the string, and they're playing out well. They're going to play this thing all the way to the end of the season.
You know, Dan, I can't speak for the pitcher side of it, but I have never been on a team, win, lose, or draw, whether I was going to the postseason or not, that had players that gave away at bats. You just will not see it at this level.
Daniel Palka waits on deck. And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here. So here's Daniel Palka now. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away.
Daniel Palka.
The 1-2. Runners on the move for second. Fouled off. Runner going a second time. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Turner leads off first with 1 away. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
He'll try it one more time for second. Mondesi brings it in, and there's out number 2. From the south side to take a look at the Pale Hose starting lineup in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
Ready now for the White Sox, Eloy Jimenez. He's been feeling pretty good about things recently as you see the numbers over his past 10 contests. The 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air to left. Phillips is there for it, and that ends the inning. White Sox pick up just the 1. Second inning upcoming here on the south side. The White Sox lead this one 1-0. Back on the south side, second inning coming up, but first, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, there is precipitation in the forecast, but
So striding in, Hunter Dozier, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hit in the air out to center field. Turner has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Royals leave one. They stepping into the box, Adam Turner. 9 at-bats in the series and 4 base hits.
Turner.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
See it drive it, kid. See it drive it.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Back up the middle. Mondesi picks it up. Beautiful diving stop. What a way to get it out. 2 gone now. That was exceptional. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Hamilton.
The 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adam Turner. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Hamilton is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in to try it again. Billy Hamilton earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Castaneda is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. Into the box now, Adam Turner, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
On to first, Canis. Stepping in, number 26, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. The 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Turner is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Now at the plate, Adam Turner. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap.
Hey, right guy, right place. Here you go.
Here's the first pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Mondesi scoops it up. Merrifield's right there to take the routine throw and retire the side. So this game will not end here in the bottom of the 9th as they push across the equalizer, and we're right back where we started from. 10th inning coming up, and we are tied 4-4.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. Cody Allen gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Jake Diekman records the save, his 1st of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.